Easy and delicious pineapple upside down cake. Let's do it. In this bowl, this is a 9-inch baking dish. You're going to take a half stick of butter, okay? Melted butter. I am using unsalted. But if you want to use salted butter, you can. And we're going to come in and make sure we get the bottom evenly covered. Tilt your dish and get as close to the rim as you possibly can without it running out, okay? Come in and tilt, tilt, tilt. Make sure you get all around the sides to the best of your ability without having it run out, okay? All right. To this, you're going to take 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now, please, 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 if you have to go shopping for this recipe, make sure that you get light brown sugar. And I'm telling you this because I didn't do what I'm telling you. I'm using dark brown sugar because I forgot. And so we're just going to do with what we got. But instead of just dumping it in there, I'm just going to get it out with my hands so I can get it as evenly distributed as I possibly can. All right, once you get that in there, we're going to pour the juice off of your pineapples, okay? We're using canned pineapples. Pour the juice off of your pineapples. All right. And you're gonna come in here with those pineapples. I always like to put one in the center, and then you're gonna go from there. Don't be alarmed if they break. That's fine. Just piece them together and put them in. If they have to overlap just a tad bit, that'll be fine. Okay. We're going to make this one squeeze in here. We're going to rotate everybody to the side and get them in. Okay. Take your cherries. Get ready to say strawberries. Take your cherries. Put a cherry in a hole. Okay. All right. We have 3 pineapple slices left. So we're going to take them and cut them in half as evenly as possible. Okay. And then you're going to come in here and you can either turn them upside down or like that. Okay. However you want to do it. Yeah, we just needed a little help. Okay. In this bowl, we have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. One and a half teaspoon of baking powder. Give this a whisk. All-purpose flour, okay? it to the side. In this dish, you're going to get you 1/3 of a cup of sour cream and 1/3 of a cup of pineapple juice. Okay. Third of a cup of sour cream. If you're using anything that's normally refrigerated, you need to have it room temperature. And we're going to use some of this pineapple juice that I told you guys not to throw away. Okay? I use about 1/3 of a cup of the pineapple juice. It's okay. I know how to measure it. All right? Take this spoon and mix this up. Now you're going to get you 1 stick of softened room temperature butter, okay? See that? That's what I call room temperature butter. Softened room temperature butter, okay? We're gonna use a hand mixer for this cake, hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can use a stand, okay? You can use a KitchenAid. As you can see, I have a KitchenAid right there. Now, I'm going to flatten this out just a little bit. Okay. To this, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. All right? 1 cup of sugar. Get it combined. Once you get the sugar combined, I want you to then mix it for 3 minutes, okay? Mix it for exactly 3 minutes. Once you get everything incorporated and light and fluffy, you're going to do 2 eggs, okay? But you're going to add them in 1 at a time. 2 eggs, 1 at a time, okay? I mix until I can't see any yolk, and then I go to the next one. Always do the second egg longer than the first egg, because now we've got to make sure that we are incorporating them both into your batter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our flour mixture and our sour cream and pineapple juice. But what we're going to do is we're going to start and add, we're going to start and end with flour. In doing so, we are going to do your flour in increments of 3 and your mix here in increments of 2. But to cut down with step, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add my extracts into this mixture, okay? I normally do it at the end when I'm doing pound cakes, but I'm just going to add it in here and stir it. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of a good vanilla, okay? Which I'm using, you see what I'm using. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I am going to do, shake this one up. I'm going to do a ½ teaspoon of butter extract, okay? This is a 1/4, so I'm going to use 2 of these, right? Start with flour, end with flour. So you're going to do this, do 1/3 of what you have in here, okay? You never want to overmix. So once you see that that flour is combined, you go to the next thing. Now we're going to do half of this. Same thing with this. Once you see it combined, go to the next thing. Combine back to the flour, okay? You never want to overmix your flour. Once I get this mix, we'll be back. Once you get that last thing combined, you're going to come in and give the bowl a good scrape, okay? Even from the bottom. Give it a good scrape. I'm going to come and get that off of this. Set it to the side because you're going to use it again. Clean off your beaters. Okay. You're going to bring over your prepared dish. See that? And you're going to spread it into your 9-inch baking dish. Now I like to put mine out in dollops. That'll help me spread it, okay? Just get it evenly. Now when you get it spread evenly, you see this? You're going to put it in your oven, which should be already preheated to 350 degrees. Put it in there from anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, okay? All right, it's done. It is done. Now we're going to let it sit for 15 minutes, okay? It needs to sit for 15 minutes before you turn it over to dump it out of this glass container.